Welcome to Everything Arsenal. Now, I'm very serious when I say this. I actually think football has become too easy for Arsenal. When others are going to Dubai for holidays and to enjoy themselves, we are going there to collect more trophies. Football has become too easy. I think we need to try something else. Like, let's try tennis, let's try WrestleMania, let's try rugby, just something different because football has become too easy. Once again, today, we won the actual game and we also won the penalty shootout, just like we did a couple of days ago against Lyon. So that is 8 points collected from two games. How many teams can say they've collected 8 points from two games? How many teams can say they've won the Dubai Super Cup? Not too many teams, but these boys have done exactly that. We went to Dubai and we conquered Dubai. Like they're very lucky Arsenal was not in the World Cup because we'd have won that as well. 2-1 win for Arsenal against AC Milan, champions of the Serie A, but they did not look like that today. Obviously, not many of our players were there. Obviously, some of their players are not there as well. I mean, there was no Saka, Martinelli, all these guys are not yet back. The likes of Zinchenko, Xhaka, and a lot of others. But the team that we had did the job, and we've secured that trophy. So as always, let's go through how we did in this game, and also the lineup, obviously the player ratings and all that. So if you watched the game, also let me know what you made of the match. And I saw someone saying this does not. This is big. This is bigger than the Argentina Croatia game later today. This is big. So we won the game 2-1, and this was our lineup today. We had not many changes from the previous game. Ben White returned. Cedric was on the bench for this one. KJ Hine once again in goal. Gabriel and Holding as a centre back, Centini at left back. So just one change there. Ben White coming on for Cedric. And then in midfield, we had Partey, Lokonga, and Odegaard. One change there. Partey did not start last game. He started this one. And then the forward line was the same. Nelson, Ketty, and Fabio Vieira on the right side. On the bench, you had Graziak, Cedric Elneny, Marquinhos, and then a lot of under 23 players: Souza, Foran, Sarjan, Dewberry, Oyedeji, Walter, Smith, Nwaneri, Skelly, and Sagoe. So that was our lineup today. Obviously, as you know, a lot of our players will come back. Two of our goalkeepers are not there. The likes of Saliba are not there, all those players. But I'm sure when we play West Ham in a couple of weeks' time, the likes of Tini, Gabriel, White, Partey, I think Xhaka will be back. Maybe even Fabio Vieira could get a start in that game against West Ham before the end of the year, depending on how fit the likes of Xhaka and the likes of Partey are. But as always, these days I go into every game just expecting Arsenal to win. Like even when the opposition scores a goal, I get so I'm so surprised. Like I'm so surprised that the opposition has scored a goal. We were so close to keeping a clean sheet once again today. So how did the game go? Lokonga did very well actually today, especially in the first 5 minutes. There's a run he made where he actually took on a player and ran past him, and the player had to foul him. Really, really good from a tight position. Like it was kind of Gianfranco Zola or something like that. So really, really good run from Lokonga. And then Origi actually hit the post for them. So AC Milan still had the likes of Origi, Tomori, and Tonali, and all those players playing. And then our first goal came in the 21st minute, and what a goal it was. We always praise the set pieces these days. Corners, free kicks, penalties. We are very good from all that these days. Today we got a free kick. Odegaard stepped up and he put it in the top corner. My goodness. Odegaard scored directly from the free kick. No, actually the top corner, but he scored directly from the free kick. Really, really good to see. It's really good to see our team being able to score from different situations. I always say corner kicks, use them when it becomes hard to score from open play. You're good from free kicks. You're good from corners. You can win a penalty and score from it. You can score from the left side, from the right side. Just these two games we've played in the friendlies, Gabriel has scored in the last game. Nketiah scored in the last game. Vieira scored in the last game. Today, different players. Odegaard scored. Nelson scored. Like 5 goals, 5 different players scoring. That is exactly what you want to see. And it was a brilliant finish from Odegaard to make it 1-0. And then right before halftime, another very good run from Fabio Vieira, drifting past three players, gave the pass to Nelson. Nelson cut in, took a shot, deflected in for 2-0. Really, really good to see 2-0 before halftime. Now, the likes of AC Milan and Lyon are not small teams. Whether they don't have most of their players or not, we didn't have 10, 11 of our players as well today, but we still did the job. So it's really good to see us competing against these teams that are usually in the Champions League and stuff like that. So this is a sign of what is to come next season in the Champions League. I'm really enjoying how we are playing against all these big teams from the Premier League, even in Europe, even in the friendly matches, really enjoying all that. So it was 2-0 before halftime. Last game we made a lot of subs in the second half, but today we did still do the same, but we let the bigger boys stay on for longer. So at halftime we brought in Ben White for Cedric came on for Ben White, and El Neni came on for Partey. Partey 45 minutes is enough for him. Obviously, we need to take care of him. He doesn't need to get injured or anything like that. And then we actually there's a run that Fabio Vieira made to intercept the ball. He's not even a defender, but he came back and intercepted the ball. Really like to see that. That is the same thing that Jesus does, and that is the one thing I'm going to miss from Jesus. This for this 2-3 months is out, like running back and taking the ball from the position players and creating a chance for yourself. He did that. Ren gave the ball to Nelson, got himself into the box, got the chance. It went over, but still very good play from Fabio Vieira. We are starting to see his qualities. That is exactly what I wanted to see. I've never given up on him. Some people are like, 40 million is too much after only 2 months. Remember, he didn't play any preseason matches. He's not been starting our Premier League matches. Yes, he's been disappointing in a couple of Europa League games, but in some games we've seen his quality. And the more he settles, I'm not doubting at all that he's going to come good. He's really going to do good. So I'm really confident in him. And he's been playing on the right side. Remember, he prefers playing as a number 10 or on the left side, but he's been playing on the right side and he's been doing very well. So I'm very happy with that. Marquinhos then came on for Vieira in the 73rd minute. Ketty and El Neni got booked. The referee was no joke today, booking players in the friendly match. And then we considered a goal. Very surprised with that. We were very comfortable. I was expecting a 2-0 win or maybe add another goal. Yes, we had made some changes, but the bigger boys were still there. But they got a free kick, and Tomori scored to make it 2-1. Good header from him, to be fair, and a good assist from Tonali. And then later on, we made a couple of more subs. We brought in the likes of Nwaneri, Smith, Dubarry, Souza, and Oedeji. We took out Nketiah, Tierney, Nelson, Odegaard, and Lokonga. And that was it for the game. 2-1 win for Arsenal. And then obviously, we went to penalties. This competition is different. Whether you win, lose, or draw, you go to penalties to get an extra point. And I actually kind of wanted, just like last time, to see the likes of Odegaard taking penalties, but they were subbed off. But you still had a couple of big boys taking the penalties. So Cedric took the first penalty. He scored. Fantastic penalty. Like, guys, the likes of Cedric is very good from corners, free kicks, and technique-wise is okay. But even the penalty today, very good. Once again, very good penalty from Cedric. And then I think the other penalty, I think they scored the first penalty as well. Very good penalty from them as well. And then Gabriel, our defender, stepped up for a penalty. And I've seen Cedric taking a penalty before several times. I've never seen Gabriel taking one. But Gabriel, the composure in the penalty, it was like Steven Gerrard or Frank Lampard. Like Gabriel taking a penalty. Very good. The goalkeeper went to the other side. Gabriel's got on the other side. 2-0 to us, not 2-1 to us on the penalties. And then KJ Hein, he saved 4 penalties last time. He saved the second AC Milan penalty. And then who else stepped up? Marquinhos, he scored his penalty last time. He scored once again today. And then Mohamed El Neni also stepped up and took one of the best penalties you'll ever see. Yes, even El Neni and Cedric are banging in penalties. I think we're going to win the league. El Neni scored from the penalty as well. That was, I think, 4-3. And then Matt Smith took our last penalty, the youngster. He missed it. It was saved. And then they also missed their penalty off target. Karl Hein had gone to that side, so maybe you'd have saved it. That meant Arsenal won the penalty shootout 4-3. Things were looking very good, especially in the first half. Second half, we kind of just drifted. The game kind of drifted, but you still got the win, and you still got the penalty shootout win. So I'm really happy with that. So let's get to the player ratings quickly. I'm going to give Karl Hein, our goalkeeper, 7 out of 10. He saved that penalty during the shootout and didn't have a lot to do apart from the high claims. They had a lot of corners and free kicks, and Karl Hein did well in terms of collecting them and wasting a bit of time. We like to see it. I'm going to give Tierney a 7. Hopefully he can stay fit. We really need him for the rest of the campaign. Obviously, Zinchenko was in the stadium watching, so hopefully he returns soon. I'm going to give Gabriel a 7. Now, he did concede a goal, but for the rest of the game, it's just a friendly, so I'm going to be nice to them. So Gabrielson didn't make any mistakes, really. Holding 7 as well. And Ben White got subbed off at halftime, so I'm going to give him a 6. Another player, one of my favorite Arsenal players, obviously, as you know, so Ben White is very good. Lokonga impressed me today once again, so he gets an 8. That is really his position, not as a holding midfielder, no, further forward, like in the Xhaka role. He does well there, so he gets an 8. We saw a few more qualities like running past players, the ability to hold the ball as well. Don't get dispossessed so easily. So Lokonga gets an 8. Partey was also on for only 45 minutes. He gets a 6, but did well in the first half. Fabio Vieira's combination with Odegaard pretty good. He gets an 8, got the assist today. Last time he got the goal. We need to see the same energy for the rest of the season. Odegaard gets an 8, fantastic free kick, water player, captain, fantastic right there. And then Ketch is a bit quiet, so I'm going to give him a 6 for today. Nelson did score the goal. I'm going to give him a 7. Cedric gets a 6, but he converted his penalty, so you can give him a 7 if you prefer. Also, Elneny, I've given him a 6, but I wrote this before the penalty shootout, so you can give them a 7. Marquinhos as well. I'm going to give him a 7 instead of 6. So 6 for all of them in terms of the game that they played in the second half, but an extra point for all of them because of the penalties. And then not going to rate Arteta, but again, another decent performance. We won another game. We are getting used to winning. Remember, the more you get used to winning, the more you keep on winning. The more every time you go behind, you're like, this is a surprise. We need to get back. Like, we're used to winning these days, and you love to see it. But that's how it went. Arsenal 2, AC Milan 1. Arsenal are now leaving Dubai tonight. They're heading back to England, and we have one more friendly match against Juventus before the real deal gets started once again. We have West Ham, we have Brighton before the end of the year. Let's see how we do. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you on the next one.